Hey guys, welcome back. We're about to end this year, and we've learned a lot. We've had some fun, hopefully more fun than not. And but there's something I want to finish on, a certain project, fun idea that I want to end on. And so the next few lessons we'll be covering how to accomplish this thing. So without further ado, let's get started. Want to hear something satisfying? So as you can see, I've made a Coke bottle that that allows you to run fast. So this is normal speed, and then you take a swig of this stuff, and boom, baby, lion. And then over to the left there, oops, that's it. You can see that the soda is depleting, and you run out of speed. And actually, it's not just speed. It looks like my ABM's working. It's not just speed, it's a gravity reduction and jumping increase. So you can jump higher, and it's just a super drink, right? So Speedcola, effectively, which I'm sure are all familiar with. So anyways, this is the project. Let's see if I can get out of the way. This is the project. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making a cola, a soda, that enhances the player for a certain period of time and then stops. So it can't just be an eternal thing. Eventually, this summer, I might try to work on diabetes because that would be hilarious. So for this project, it's going to be like a cumulative project in the sense that we'll be pulling from a lot of the various subjects that we have covered so far. So when we think about creating an item that you can drink or that you can consume and then affects your behavior or physical properties, so certain things should come to mind. First of all, we've covered a lot of registering nodes and how to create blocks in the world, right? So that using the Minetest.register_node. But hopefully you recall that we've also created craft items, and that, of course, is where the Coke bottle would fit in. It's a craft item that you can't place. It's just something you can hold in your inventory or in your hand, and then, of course, you can use it. You can consume it like bread, like bread, with that special tweak. So that should take us to chapter 3, where we can learn all about craft items, and just simply, simple implementation of craft item there. If we go down, I think, no, they don't. So that just goes into register nodes. So that would be the first place to start for this, is create in your mod an item, a craft item, that is something like a my mod : soda or something like that. So establish the framework. You're gonna need that in your mod. Remember, that's separate from a register node, right? So that's gonna be maybe towards the very, very bottom. Go to the bottom, press enter a few times, and put it down there. The other thing that we're gonna want is a picture. You're gonna need an image to go with. And if you look up pixel sodas or pixel bottles on Google, you'll get a lot of different ideas. If you want a can, go for that. If you want a soda bottle, that's fine. You'll need to get on GIMP and exercise those skills that we've learned and create some sort of nice pixel art for your bottle. Last thing before we wrap up this lesson is you're going to need in your, if you just stop and think about it, you got this craft item that is supposed to, when consumed, allow you to do stuff. And when you consume it, something will happen. Remember when we were talking about dynamic code, something that is actually run during the game? That should bring back the idea of, callbacks, or actions or callbacks, which is again in chapter 3. And just scroll down and you'll see actions and callbacks. And the very first one is onUse, which actually is the one you need to use and would make sense, right? So when you use this thing, something will happen. And as you can see here, they have given you an example with a craft item that has the onUse callback. Now they've set it equal to Minetest.itemEat, and that's not where we're gonna stop. That's not. It's very limited, right? So we want more functionality than that, and so basically, well, actually, just a little bit further down is a better example. onUse, here's the callback, and then what they've done here is they've written function, and then some sort of custom script. So that is actually what we're going to want to be copying. And I guess technically you could just copy this and change up all the pertinent information as far as like the mod name, the item name, and the inventory image and things like that. So, but really quickly, let me talk to you a bit more about onUse. If we go into our Minetest folder and then into the document folder, so again, that's Minetest folder. Instead of going to mods, you go to doc. And then if we open up Lua API, we can search it for on_use. And it pulls up the description. So this has a lot of information about onUse. And you'll notice here that they set it equal to a function. They set it equal to the function, like in the second example right here. See how they have function. Now instead of ... we are going to go ahead and write out item, stack, user, and pointed thing. These are going to be very important, at least item, stack, and user. You could just leave pointed thing off. It doesn't. It's not necessary. But this gives an explanation. Of course, your item stack is going to be the number of bottles that you have. So that's going to need to change when you consume your drink. If you remember, we did this a while ago. When you consume that thing, it will reduce the quantity in your inventory by a certain amount. And then user is going to be very important, and I'm going to dedicate the whole next lesson to cover user. But and so yeah, I'll get into this next time. But it's really valuable, very valuable information. It opens up a lot of functionality in the Minetest game as far as modding. Okay, so this is what I expect. Something written like this with onUse function that will not crash the game. So I need a soda defined with an image and with onUse that does not crash the game. And that'll be a good starting point for Friday or whatever day y'all are back in class. So just a note real quick. I am not going to have, I'm not going to go over how to do that soda can bottle over to the left. It's a bit beyond what we're going to be covering. At least that's the plan for now. I don't think we're going to have time for it. So, oh, and the sounds. I wasn't going to do the sounds. It's not too hard, and I could just provide you with an audio file. But anyways, that's what I'm thinking as far as those things. You probably just have something you can consume, and then it changes your abilities. Just to set the expectations. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you next time.